Hi, this is Charlie giving you Friday's live trading. I hope you're very well. We're going to get straight into this. It's actually only 7:10. I'm going to be getting long here on the Aussie dollar. So it's against some resistance on the higher time frames. I'm a bit early. Don't normally come in this early at the moment, but I'm going to give this one a go. So I'm going to put let's get a few units in. So I'm going to go long here. I've gone long with 3 units so far. It's just hit the hourly 50 MA. It is against some resistance there, but I like the idea to see if it can push up. It started to do that. So let's get 4 units in. I won't go full 6 lots here this morning because it's early and this thing could just roll all the way over. So it's just that I've logged in and I've seen some momentum kick in on this Aussie dollar, and but it is a bit early. So I'll give it a bit of a shot here and early, and then if it doesn't work out, there might still be another trade. But what I am trying to do here today, it's non-farm payrolls, and I want to get this video out to you fairly early today, so by lunchtime. So if I don't find any other trades, then that could be it, because I just want to get the video out nice and early, because I'm not going to be around for non-farm payrolls trading today anyway, so the video has to be done by lunchtime anyway. So anyway, what's basically happened here with Aussie dollar is we've come up a little bit on the 5-minute chart, as we can see here. I've got a bigger time frame analysis going on. Now, like I said, the problem we've got is it's just come into my hourly 50, but it did hit that yesterday, and so it could just completely react off of that. I've got to put my stops in place in a minute. But what I quite like on this Aussie dollar is the potential going out to the 4-hourly chart. If I zoom out a little bit, I was talking to the guys in the room about this yesterday, and then if I put a pen on, we've got a nice trend line up here, going all the way across like that. And what I'd like to see is the Aussie dollar work its way up to that trend line. And so now it's on a 4-hour chart, mind you, so it's still got plenty of time to do that, and for all we know, it could want to come down first and then go back up. So we'll see. But as I've seen it shoot up a little bit here this morning, thinking, okay, got a little bit of momentum coming in, and so we'll see if that momentum can hold. So I'm going to get my stop in place, and the obvious place, I guess, is to have my stop down here. So I don't need to have it too low. I'm not even going to bother putting it right down below this low, because if it comes that low, then there's no point in me being in this. I'm watching all my momentum charts, and they're not asking me, saying, oh yes, you need to have it below the low, because if it comes down even to like 42, then that's going to be completely messed up. So I think my stops will be down here at 42. So let's actually bring up the account and bring those stops into play. So let's move that out of the way. Now I've got an existing trade in here. This is 25,000, so I've been swing long on a tiny position there for a few days. That's, as you can see, right back up from 71.78, and I've got a stop on that little swing down at 25. So ignore that, because obviously we've got to ignore that. We're putting these trades in now against this trade. So like I said, I'm going to put a stop in at 42, which means I'd get stopped out about 41. So let's get those in. Right, I'll put those in and I'll press pause while I'm doing it. Okay, so the Aussie dollar's been sitting around, moving up a little bit, and so it's time to move the stops up. So I'm going to move the stops up to 46 now. So the stops were at 42. So on my chart, I say 46, but that means about 45. Remember that target's up at 66. So just going to move those stops up. So I'll just bring up the count so you can see all of that. There it is. And so there's the stops at 42 at the moment, and then I'll just trail them a little bit to 46. Still giving it a bit of slack. So bear in mind, 46 is what effectively, or sorry, 45 it is, because it means if I put it in at 46, it means that this platform will stop me out at 45. And I was in at 49, so sorry, 50 I was in at. So it's a 5-pip stop now, effectively. So. But the risk is that the Aussie dollar may want to come down to 48. It's got a 4-hour pivot coming in down there at 48, the main 8 a.m. pivot. So that could want to come down to there, and then who knows after that if it wants to come that bit lower. So for now the trade is managed up to that, but I'm trying to give it some slack and and just see if it can work its way there as we go through the morning. Maybe a big ask on a non-farm payroll day, but we shall see. Right, I shall be back in a short while. Trade. Okay, so the Aussie dollar's still coming up, so let's bring up the account because we're going to be getting close. We're onto another load of resistance here, but what we need to do is we're getting close to the target. We're at 62, so let's get the deal tickets ready. So as we're getting closing on the target. Now, what we're looking to do is to close out, if we can, 3 of the 4 units. Okay. So that's what I'm looking to do, is to close out 3 of the 4 units if it can get up there. So I've only got about 3 pips to go, and now I've brought up the deal tickets. You know what will happen? It'll stop. But that's what we're looking for there, is to close out 3 of the 4 deal tickets, and then I'm going to just try and hold just onto 1 unit for the rest of the day. That's the plan. I will go for all of that again with you on this video before I shut the video off. But if we can get to this target, in this next however long, few minutes, whatever, then great, and then we'll take 3 of the units off. So now I've brought them all up, it will all slow down. But what I can do, I'm just going to have a look at these charts again. We can move the stops up pretty much to break even now. So I'm going to move those stops up to 71 in a minute. What did I say? 71 up to 71.50. So we can move the stops. So let's just do that. 71. So pretty much break even. So it's actually, sorry, it still works out at 49. So it's a 1 pip stop now. So I'll bring it up to there for now, and I might move it up a little bit more, that extra pip in a bit. But for now, I'll move the stops up to there. And now I'm on the recording. It's all slowed down. So for a minute here. So I shall press pause, and we'll come back to this, and hopefully we'll be there. Right, we're right on it now. Okay, we're going to be taking the profits off here, guys, at 65, 66. There we go. So I've got the first 3 units off now. So we've hit that daily pivot. Oh God, I was just eating my porridge and very nearly missed that. So we've hit the daily pivot. So we've banked whatever we've banked. 100, 200, 280, 290 pounds banked, plus with another open position. So whatever happens, great news is that they can't lose on the trade, in that or can't give anything back. Now, so what I'm going to do is, we have come up to the daily pivot, or sorry, the daily R1 pivot, which is pretty much yesterday's high. So let's have a look at this, and here we go. Here's yesterday's high. It's not quite, but it's pretty much the open and close anyway. So that's what we've just hit, and that's why it was my target right from the off. But like I said earlier on, the bigger picture is that if I take this out to a 4-hourly chart, that's not a 4-hourly, let's go to a 4-hourly chart, and I zoom out and I put a pen on, then we've got this trend line going across on this 4-hour chart. It's funny actually, I'm talking to the guys in the trading room. They're all here now watching this, and we're all trading together and whatever. And I've been talking about this trend line since yesterday and saying it's probably could well be trading Aussie dollar on the long side, and it's amazing how quite often you can end up mapping out your trades. So that trend line is crossing about 71.90. No, it's not. It's higher than that at the moment. But let's call it in real terms. By the time it gets up there, it might be 71.90. So I'm going to do nothing more with this trade other than to bring that stop to absolute break even. So let's do that. So let's move that stop to absolute break even. So absolute break even is, we can see that entry was at 50.7. So I need to move my stop to 52 in order to cover that off, because that'll stop me out at 51 then. Like I said, this original position here is from a few days ago up at 71.78. It's a small long which I'm just holding, and just in case the Aussie dollar has a big move, and that one's just being held, so we'll ignore that. It's not part of the day trading this morning. So yes, so far so good, and that I'm going to call a wrap. And can't believe this. It's 8:35 in the morning on a Friday's live trading day, and I'm going to call the video a wrap. You can see that at the point when I'm about to stop this off, we're at 71.68. If we do get up to sort of 71.90 today, you know that I've made probably, let's say, another 20 pips or so on top of where we currently are, so about another $200, which is about another 150 on top of this. So it would put me up to around about £500 if we go up there. So I don't think it's going to do it all this morning, although it's having a nice run at the moment. I don't think it's got enough gas in it to get that far, but you never know. So it could be around about £500 morning if it does get up that far. But I'm going to love you and leave you, because I'm not going to be around for non-farm payrolls today anyway, so there's no point in dragging this video out. A lot of you are going to be very surprised that it's such a short video this week, but it's about time I did one. Have a great weekend. We'll be back in touch next week.